don't believe that.
It'll be in the late edition of the paper tonight.
You knew him, Sweets. There must be a mistake. I mean, don't you think there must be?
I knew him, yes. I wish I could say there was, DB.
These things use lightning to travel.
You can hear them coming from miles away, but this enemy is lightning quick.
It used to be we'd get 1 or 2 thunderstorms a year. That was unusual. Now we get them every other day.
They look like us.
There's somebody coming.
They walk like us. They even talk like us.
Simon Trent is still free to tell everyone of our existence.
Jake, get in the truck! Uncle Simon?
Only one problem. They don't like us.
I like to say that we come in peace, but we don't.
We want you to help us make babies.
Dr. Simon Trent is the one person who can stop them.
We have been invaded.
Release them, Berlin.
But to do it, he'll have to steal their thunder.
Kill them!
Hey, buddy.
Humans cannot stop us.
We're going into battle, aren't we?
Get ready for a war between two worlds.
Air is working.
The ultimate battle is about to begin, and it's winner take all. Us versus
It smells like home.
them.
Thursday at 8 on UPN 33.
After a day's work, some people can spend their evenings alone, but not you.
Want to find your dream date?
There is a way to talk to hundreds of local singles who are into the same things you are.
Private Lines is an incredibly easy way to get in touch with eligible men and women for casual conversation, long-term relationships, or something a little wilder at a fraction of the price other services cost.
Listen for free. Call today for more information.
In Dade County, call 305-673-DATE. In Broward County, call 954-677-DATE.
Need a new mattress? Buy a Serta Perfect Sleeper.
Ooh, ah, only at Mattress Giant. Ooh, ah, only at Mattress Giant. Ooh, ah.
The Cape is brought to you in part by Campbell's. Campbell's makes everything better.
Campbell's has just come out with a new soup that's so good, so intensely flavorful, so incredibly delicious, so exciting, so distinctive, so downright mouth-watering that you can't eat it. Well, by itself. Introducing new Campbell's Healthy Request Creative Chef. It's soup that's specially prepared to cook with, loaded with premium herbs and spices instead of fat and salt. It turns a normal meal into a masterpiece.
Hey, this is good. Yeah, almost too good to eat.
New Healthy Request Creative Chef soups makes ordinary meals extraordinary.
The pregnancy test said we were pregnant, was ecstatic, ran in, told my husband. Later we come to find out that we weren't pregnant.
When a home pregnancy test fails, the reason can be simple human error.
And I was devastated.
EPT is designed to help eliminate human error, and now it's easier to use than ever. Only EPT has an absorbent tip this wide, along with a new sealed splash guard.
You're thinking, oh, this is going to be the month I'm pregnant. And I wasn't.
New EPT, so accurate, we call it the error-proof test.
Should have said something to DB. What was I gonna say, Reg? I don't know. Should have said something. Hey, you any rumors about me? No? It might not matter now anyway. Just like to know.
can you be sure that the fire will keep the gators away?
I can't.
Oh.
Don't scratch, it's just gonna make it worse.
I put repellent on before we left.
Yeah, it only lasts 8 hours.
That was an hour ago.
Look, I might have been a little bit gung-ho about doing this so bare bones and all. I really didn't mean to get you into anything like this.
Yeah, it was my idea to come out here early to practice.
Look, man, I'll buy you a case of anything you want when we get back.
Oh, man, call it even. You can tell me how to keep these bloody vampires off of me.
Oh. Follow me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Whew.
Look like you could use a cup of coffee.
Why?
I don't want to see you hurt, DB. God knows I've thought a lot about how you'll be affected. Do you remember when we went on that fishing trip up to Lake Elsinore that summer?
What about it?
You were 13. You told me you wanted to be just like me, be an astronaut. I was very moved by that declaration. Do you remember what I told you?
You said it was the most honorable and exciting profession in the world.
I never should have said that.
I don't believe that, Dad.
Now, you can't measure future standards by the ones you're living at the time, DB. The definition of an astronaut has been corrupted beyond recognition.
That's not true. It's very...
You're better than what they've given you, DB, a hell of a lot better. The program has become something it was never intended to be.
The program is different from what it was.
It's all too different. That's the problem. You need to take some time and think about where you're going.
I have thought about it.
Oh? Well, what's the news on the girlfriend front?
Oh, Dad, this is serious.
You're right, this is serious. It's damn serious. Serious enough for the United States Congress to send me down here and get involved.
A little early for a drink.
How's the Great Inquisition going?
They're not blaming you. They're just trying to make sense of it.
Tell me about it. The program was everything to him. To want to tear it down just because of some self-righteous quest for purity.
There must be things we don't know, DB.
Yeah. Like what the hell is going on in his mind?
Sorry. I know how tough this must be for you.
He's my father, Barbara. I believed in him. Even worse, I believed him.
Just thought I'd stop by and check on your budget cuts.
Good. Very good, Harry. I should have something for you by tonight. Now, I thought the Sims were tough. It is very difficult to get to level 3. Loaded it for the kids. Thought it would keep them from getting bored when they came to visit.
How are the kids, Bull?
Oh, great, really, yeah, great. Yeah, Ellen and I are talking. I think things are gonna work out.
I'm happy to hear that, Bull. When you do get to level 3, I really need those cuts.
Yeah.
It's on the house. I remember when he first came in, I said, "What do you have?" He said, "Whatever you think will get me to the moon." I gave him a glass of water and a teaspoon of kaopectate.
You're kidding. What did he say?
He laughed. He knew he was full of it.
Well, he doesn't anymore.
No, he doesn't.
Whatever happened to that person, Sweets?
He's still there, DB. Just kind of hiding under a lot of stuff that life does to you. Somebody could find him again. Someone that knew where to look.
He doesn't listen to me.
You have to make him.
I've tried. He runs me over. It doesn't work.
Well, who else is gonna do it if you don't? You might be the only person that can get through.
Is this how you start your day? It's okay. Need a little pick-me-up? Aw. Look, perfect nutrition is for perfect people. Then we don't know any. That's why there's Boost, the delicious shake that's got 25 vitamins and minerals, with carbohydrates and protein instead of caffeine for real energy that lasts. So if your day isn't 100% nutritious, maybe it's time for a Boost. Boost, the perfect snack for imperfect people.
What's the thinking behind UPN's back-to-back Wednesday?
Great!
Action. Make that lots of action. First, on an all-new SHUTTLE, someone's robbing banks.
Show us the vault.
But if you think they're going to walk away with big bucks...
Think again.
Then it's a thought-provoking all-new Star Trek Voyager.
They are the most sensual dreams I've ever had in my life.
But if B'Elanna thinks she's living out the ultimate fantasy...
Medical emergency.
She better think twice.
Wednesday at 8 on UPN 33.
One small step from Orlando, one giant leap from Toledo.
Stop arthritis pain, muscle pain, most any pain. Get icy and hot therapy for pain. Icy to dull pain in seconds, hot to relax it away for hours. Feel good again. Icy and hot therapy for pain.
For my cold sore, my pharmacist recommended Herpecin L, not some ordinary lip balm.
Herpecin L prevents painful cracking, promotes healing, helps avoid infection, stops sunburn too.
Really creamy.
Herpecin L treats and protects cold sores 3 ways.
Will Smith battles a whole new breed of aliens. Tom Brokaw, Peter Jennings, and those people on Channel 7. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Weeknights at 6:30 and 7:30 on UPN 33.
You've seen him roll over, you've seen him sit up and beg, drool, and
put his tail between his legs. Oh! But Matt sees one dog who's about to have his day.
Lord have mercy!
Because Sparks is on at a special time.
Check it out!
Before good behavior.
Objection!
Overruled.
I guess we don't have to worry about it being a hung jury.
Sparks at a special time before good behavior.
Monday night at 9 on UPN 33.
City Furniture presents the ultimate living room group. For just $9.99, you can get a new sofa, love seat, 3 tables, and 2 lamps. You'll find a variety of room groups to choose from, all for $9.99. Plus, you'll enjoy no payments for 1 full year, no finance charges, and no down payment with approved credit.
This bag is so hard to close. Stay.
There's the hard way or the hefty way. Hefty cinch sack bags. They take just one hand to close and lift. You choose the hard way or the hefty way.
And they're off. Last Plus sprints ahead with Formula 409 running hard in second. Down the stretch, neck and neck at the wire, and the winner is new Windex No Drip. We've got the competition on the run.
What have we got set up for this afternoon? FF4 primary port fail recovers with port mode. Crew should notice no tones.
Let's decrease the cabin pressure.
Pressure drop indicator. Activate alternative systems.
Why not give the back seat a real test? Sir? Commander and the pilot have lost consciousness.
That's not part of our game plan today.
Well, it wouldn't be part of the mission's game plan either.
This is a specific training exercise.
This is a load of crap, is what it is.
Cardiac output.
Plus 8%. What are you afraid of, Bull?
BP.
Within range.
They wouldn't measure up, would they?
What you don't realize, Bud, is that you've corrupted the definition of an astronaut more than these fine young men and women ever will. In fact, you've run it through the damn sewer.
Is that right?
Hey, you're so hot for the truth, pal. Why don't we get to it? You were bumped from your first shuttle flight because of what they called an administrative conflict. The truth? Your reaction times were off, Bud. They were way off. And the brass got nervous. And when you got your ride, it was right seat. That wouldn't do, would it? Not for Bud Woods. So you bailed. And what could be worse than being demoted from commander to second chair? I'll tell you what. Being replaced by a rookie who'd never flown before. Well, it may have been a demotion for you, sir. But it sure as hell was an honor for me. We're done for today.
Time's the boat come in?
Thanks, bud. About a half an hour. Yeah, we might want to get something to eat before we go.
I'm not up for toasted grasshoppers, thanks.
Oh, in the pack, there's fried chicken and corn on the cob and cheese toast. Ah! I thought it'd be worse if I told you last night.
Yeah, if I'd known about it last night, I would have fed you to the alligators.
They named a crater after him.
Only one of 17.
Yeah.
The September Mir mission. Payload. 2 experiments for Knifus Chemical. There's a reptile reproduction experiment. We've got the inflatable antenna ongoing. A couple to be determined.
The crew.
Okay, Commander is Vern Dodge. Specialists, Hiro Furukawa, Dr. Francis Jordan, Jim Willis. Here's something interesting. You got a Russian astronomer. Odd, it's in another file. Here it is. Rainer Wehrig. Huh. Is Wehrig a German name or Swiss?
That's gonna be my pad. Same one as you. I'm gonna launch from 39A.
I was wondering if you'd drop by. Glad you did, DB. Your mother and I were talking about Christmas.
But it's my pad now, Dad.
Look, I've just got a few minutes. We don't have to make it unpleasant. I can call you when I get back.
I am gonna make a difference. Because the thing of it is, we are still in a space race. A race to find new cures for disease by testing new drugs in zero-G. To repair weather satellites before a hurricane strikes. All kinds of things to improve lives. Save lives. And it's a great race, Dad. Only you're not a part of it. And that pisses you off.
It's not true.
You know what else you said to me on that fishing trip? Stick to your dreams, son. Don't let anyone get in your way.
My aides will be here in a minute. I've got to go.
I'm going to be one of America's astronauts, and I'm not going to let anyone get in my way. Sure as hell not my own father. I've got more to say about this. I want you to hear it.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. You think something's wrong with Sweets?
It's been open every day for the past 3 decades.
Can't see a thing.
Well, maybe we better call.
No, let's try the door. What if something really is wrong? It's better German or Swiss.
Congratulations, Major.
Thanks, Paul.
Nobody deserves it more.
Thank you.
Come on!
These days, it seems we have more and more on our minds, which means we have more and more to forget about. Hey, we could all use a car like Chevy Cavalier. If you're low on oil, it reminds you. If you leave your dome light on, it remembers to turn it off. Heck, even if you forget to lock your doors, you're still protected by Cavalier's theft deterrent system. We've all got enough on our minds. We need a car we can afford and forget about.
Genuine Chevrolet.
The cars more Americans trust.
Morning number 3, smoke-free. Nice going Nicoderm CQ. Doing fine with no help, thanks.
You want to cheat?
No.
Come on, just one.
No.
I hate how calm you are.
That's the CQ.
Only Nicoderm CQ starts you off with the highest level of medicine. A 24-hour stream that's still with you when you wake up.
It helps calm the cravings. You'll see.
Nicoderm CQ. The power to calm, the power to comfort, the power to quit successfully.
Introducing the perfect recipe for all those times when you have no time. Campbell's creamy one-dish chicken and rice bake recipe, made with our cream of mushroom soup. It's incredibly easy since everything cooks together at one time in one dish. So now, even on the busiest, most hectic days, you can still make a delicious homemade meal that the whole family, even Mom, can enjoy. Campbell's creamy one-dish chicken and rice bake recipe. Campbell's makes everything.
Do I like to shop? Oh, yes. How you doing? Franks and beans? Aisle 5. Beans and franks? Aisle 7.
Hi. Hi.
Fat-free. Nothing but carb. Check this out. You are 1 millionth shopper! Even at the supermarket, you can do more with the American Express card. I love this card.
This portion of The Cape is sponsored by Chevrolet Trucks, the most dependable trucks on the road.
It's the only one out there. And here it comes. The only compact pickup to offer a third door. Okay, folks, show's over. Chevy S10, like a rock.
There's something about an Eggo waffle that sticks with you. The warm toastiness. The reassurance of 7 vitamins and iron. Nice to have in a morning like this. It's cold out there. Don't let them go without an Eggo.
Next time on The Cape. To most people, he's an American hero.
We're back at Kennedy's Space Center with astronaut Jack Riles.
But fame has its price.
I didn't know if I could make this call, Jack.
Don't ever call here again. Now, one woman's infatuation
The call was just to get your attention.
Well, you got it, baby. Now what the hell do you want?
Don't call me baby.
has turned into a deadly obsession.
You can't trash a life like this.
Next time on The Cape.
We put so many chocolate cookies into Hershey's Cookies and Cream. You get a mouthful of cookies in every bite of our delicious white chocolate. Hershey's Cookies and Cream. A mouthful of cookies in every bite.
Got something different for your sensitive teeth.
Well, you can take it back. My dentist went...
Boom, boom, shaka, boom, boom! Former heavyweight champ Lennox Lewis guest stars.
I want a clean fight.
In the house.
Monday night at 8 on UPN 33.
We're back at the Visitor Center at Kennedy's Space Center with astronaut Jack Riles, the cover subject of this month's Explore Florida. Jack, I know it's an unfair question, but if you had to pick a favorite part of the mission...
When they light the candle.
When the solid rocket boosters ignite.
0 to 104 seconds on 7 million pounds of thrust. There's no other feeling like it in the world, Luann.
Jackie from Titusville, your question for Jack Riles. Has there been anything you've regretted about a mission?
Left the top down on my vet before my first launch. Rained the entire 11 days.
14-year-old Jeremy from Merritt Island.
I'm thinking about joining the service when I'm 18. I know you're Air Force, but what service do you really think?
Air Force. Absolutely, without a doubt. Best program, best food, best jets, best uniforms. Make sure you get your diploma first, though.
We have time for one more call. Marlene from Cocoa Beach, who says she knows you.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know if I could make this call, Jack.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Are you really, Jack? Are you really?
Of course I am.
Something told me if I didn't make the call now, the moment would go by and the barrier would never be broken.
Well, I'm all for breaking down barriers.
What's your question for Jack, Marlene?
I've heard you talk so many times about the feelings you experienced in space, how clear they were to you. But feelings between people, I know you'll know what I mean. How can you tell if those feelings are real?
They're real if you feel them. It's as simple as that. As long as you're honest with yourself, everything will work out in the end. You know what I mean, Marlene?
Thanks for the call, Marlene. And thank you for watching Florida. Jack, as always, it's been a pleasure. Nice to see you.
Right, the pleasure's all mine.
Thank you.
We can get on TV this morning, Jack.
Thank you.
Check it out, it's Jack Riles.
How you guys doing this morning?
Hey.
How you pretty ladies doing this morning? I need double prints on those, please.
All right, next up. Some of you are going to be in the wet F pool today. It's the closest we can get to the feel of an EVA on Earth. Now, the first time can be a little cumbersome in the suits. Don't worry, you'll get over it. Just remember, work with the neutral buoyancy, not against it. You'll be fine. Finally, I'd like to introduce Colonel Hiro Furukawa with the National Space Development of Japan. Before the colonel begins his formal mission specialist training, he's going to be spending some time in our simulator with Major Warren. And I believe, that's it, all right? Bull. Sorry, Reg, it was a last-minute request from Krause. I meant to tell you before the briefing.
Right, but what am I supposed to do with this guy?
Just show him around a little, make him feel at home, and then run him through a few launch and landing sims.
He's a mission specialist.
He's also one of their best pilots. He can't train for front seat because only an American can pilot in command.
So he gets the back of the bus. I know that. Bull, we have other instructors.
Not as senior as you. Reg, protocol. Look, he's familiar with a lot of systems and the space station. Probably won't be long before they open it up anyway.
Yeah, they'll probably take my spot.
Janet, you're scribbling again.
Felton, he canceled your lunch, and Reeves at JSC called twice, but he's in transit by now to Edwards. Krause wants to see you.
You say about what?
Hey.
Saw it?
It's a great interview, Ralph.
Thanks, Marlon.
Hey, any chance I can grab you for a briefing in about 15?
I'm on my way to see Krause.
Oh, right, I forgot. That's today.
What's today?
Hey, thanks, TK. Yeah, Riles.
You were so wonderful, Jack. I just can't tell you how wonderful you were.
Who is this?
The way you said it without saying it, the way you broke the barrier,
That's Marlene, right?
Well, of course.
Oh, look, Marlene, this is probably not the most appropriate time for you to be
I know
calling.
it's not the time or the place, Jack. I'm just so overwhelmed. I have to go. Check your fax machine. Call me tonight.
Tonight? Wait, hey, Marlene.
Rouse, they need you out of the OPF right away.
On my way.
We're starting to put together a list of ISS commander candidates.
They're thinking about a space station commander already?
It's the new NASA, Bull. Can't be too prepared. So, you, interested or not?
Yeah, sure. Of course. Of course I'm interested.
You're at the top of a short list. That's the good part. I gotta tell you, though, it's a dang tough short list.
Sam Blake.
Oh. Hey. Great to see you.
You too, Sam. On your way to see Krause, huh?
Yeah. You believe they're picking someone this early?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's nuts.
What do you mean, everyone?
Oh, come on. Can't keep a secret like that around here. You know that.
No. No, you can't. Well, hey, good luck, huh?
Ah, hell, Bull. Just being considered's enough for me.
Then Rouse turns straight to the camera and tells the audience the Moonshot is the only bar with enough history worthy enough to call itself an astronaut bar. Now, every groupie in the state's gonna come here.
Every groupie in the state does come here. Good point.
So I hear baseball is pretty popular in Japan.
Yes. Very popular.
Great show, wasn't it? Gentlemen? For you, sir.
Well, now, Chris, that comment was made in response to a question about astronauts' off-hour activities. If I was to accept a gift from you, well, it might just be construed as a paid advertisement for the bar. That just wouldn't look good.
That's a lovely speech, but it's not for me. It was delivered this afternoon with your name on it.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's not.
Can't be that bad.
You have no idea. Give me another round, please.
You win the lottery? It's the third round you bought for this guy.
Either he forgot to get his money changed over or his hand's broken.
Maybe you're handling him wrong.
No, I'm handling just fine. Thank you. Thanks, Chris.
So who's it from?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
It's just your color, Jack.
And what am I supposed to do with it?
Give it away, throw it away.
Woo! At the buzzer! Yes!
Someday, my office will have a window. Someday, my boss will be me. Someday, I will meet the man of my dreams. Guess not today.
The Chevy Camaro's 200 horsepower 3800 V6. Therapeutic, isn't it?
This is your chocolate zone. Indulge it, because now there's sweet escapes. Real Hershey's chocolate with less fat. Sweet escapes. New from Hershey.
We're the world's first agitator that cleans even big and tough loads with more care than any other washer. The new Maytag is a layup. With $100 in extra features at no extra cost, it's a slam dunk.
There's something about an Eggo waffle that sticks with you. The warm toastiness. The reassurance of 7 vitamins and iron. Nice to have in a morning like this. It's cold out there. Don't let them go without an Eggo.
Let's say this is your stomach with heartburn. This is Zantac 75. The medicine in here is so trusted by doctors. Over the last 5 years, they prescribed it more than all other medicines of its kind combined. It helps prevent acid production for up to 12 hours. So this is your stomach with heartburn. This is your stomach, Zantac 75.
Zantac 75, the final word in acid relief.
Colonel Furukawa, I'd like to meet one of our Afghans, Lieutenant Commander Barbara DeSantos.
Konnichiwa. どうぞよろしく。
はじめまして。こちらこそどうぞよろしく。
じゃあまた。
はい。じゃあまた。
What's up?
What kind of odds do you give yourself for this ISS job?
Pretty good ones, I think.
Is that right?
I know Sam Blake. We served on an astronaut selection committee. He's smart, he's charming, but he's only commanded one mission.
Yeah, but he was also the youngest astronaut to ever make commander. He's got a senator who's godparents to his kids. The press loves him.
This isn't a popularity contest.
I hate to be the one to give you the nasty news, but to a certain degree, yes, it is. It's not just about seniority anymore. It's about familiarity.
I have a press kit, too.
I know. And it reads like a mission plan. If you don't want to just hand this thing to Sam Blake, you're going to have to start lobbying for it.
How do you suggest I do that?
Put a more personal face on Bull Eckert. Play up to the press a little. Look, it won't kill you. Some photo ops, some committee meetings, you know what to do. And Bull, get Ellen and the kids involved, if you can.
OMR systems check?
OMR systems okay.
Okay, Colonel. I'm gonna reconfigure the ECLSS. Get ready to type main A to main C.
Payload powered reconfigured.
Good. Now perform bus time. Shut it down, guys. Let's take a break. We'll start again later. Supposed to tie the bad bus to the good bus.
No disrespect, Major, but in this situation where the cause of the bus seat deterioration...
Colonel, I respect the fact that you studied the orbiter on paper very hard. But the procedures here are laid out through experience. They need to be adhered to.
Actually, Colonel Furukawa is correct, Major. The procedure is an approved alternative for this particular malfunction.
It came out in the ops notes last week.
Noted.
Hi, honey.
Daddy.
Is Mommy here?
And back.
How's school?
Oh, it's good, I guess.
Yeah. Hi. I know this is a bad time.
Dad, can you take me to school? Randy's still getting dressed, and I kind of want to be on time for once.
Sure.
Mom, I need a parent signature for the field trip. I'll go get the permission thing.
I'm a parent, too. Aren't I, still a parent?
Don't make more of it than there is, Bo.
Oh, this is a nice place. Yeah, I was looking for a more recent picture of the whole family together. Did you pull them out of here?
Those are the most recent.
You're kidding.
I kept trying to arrange a sitting. You never had time. What do you want it for?
I'm up for ISS, Commander. I thought it'd be a good idea if I had a picture of the family together.
So did I.
What is that supposed to mean? Michelle, I'll be in the car.
I'll be right there.
Sorry about the mix-up, huh? It's all my fault.
It was not your fault. You didn't know I was in town. It was a cruel joke.
You know, the call and the gift. I was a bonehead.
Stop.
How do you feel about Ossobuco?
Oh, I love Ossobuco.
Too bad we're not having Ossobuco. What are you feeling towards pasta primavera?
Just so-so.
Happens to be my signature dish.
I would have thought you were a red meat kind of guy.
Well, now there you go again, jumping to stereotypes.
You don't eat red meat.
Well, now, who said I don't eat red meat?
You really like this?
I never would have thrown it away if I'd have known it was from you, Sylvia.
Oh.
But, you know, you just can't go around leaving things in people's mailboxes. The oil smudge adds something, actually.
Mostly oil. Are you gonna answer that? What if it's important?
It isn't.
How do you know? What if it's an emergency moon launch to recover Buzz Aldrin's lost tablets or something?
Jack Riles, leave a message.
Poetic.
No, you're there, Jack. I know you're not alone. Don't do this to me, Jack. Please don't do this to me. Pick up the phone.
Look. It's not what you think.
I know she's there, Jack. Pick up the phone.
It's been very interesting, Jack. No hard feelings, I promise.
Whoa, it's just that ever since I did that talk show, I've been getting these crazy calls. I don't know who the hell this woman is. Hey, don't ever call here again. You hear me? Don't ever call me.
They put a cone over the main engines, reduces the drag on the orbiter, smooths the airflow to the tail end of the 747, allows the whole structure to remain aloft. Plugs go inside the RCS nozzles to keep out debris. Also improves the aerodynamic flow around the nose.
Colonel Furukawa says he enjoyed himself very much last night.
Is that right?
And that it's acceptable to him that someone of a lower rank is his instructor.
So how'd you learn all that Japanese?
I was an Army brat. We spent a lot of time in Japan when I was a kid. I'd be happy to help you out with the Colonel if you'd like.
There's a tile inspection, of course. If one is cracked or loose, it might rivel out into a domino effect. You wouldn't want one to get sucked into the engine of a 747.
Wouldn't want that.
No way.
What is this, a parade? This ain't a school zone, you dipstick working on you worthless. This ain't playtime, move that. Burn the drive, check it. Damn, bring it on, you dumb
NASCAR. Good, clean fun for the whole family. The Jiffy Lube Miami 300, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the Metro Dade Homestead Motorsports Complex. For tickets, call 230-RACE.
It's Ford's Unbeatable Value Days. Right now, you can lease a '96 Ford Windstar for only $239 a month or get $1,500 cash back. That means you can drive away in a new Ford Windstar for $3,100 less than the Dodge Caravan. Because when it comes to value, you can't beat a '96 Windstar, rated the safest minivan on the road. But hurry, because when our supply of '96 Windstars runs out, Ford's Unbeatable Value Days are over. So visit your South Florida Ford dealer today.
Need a new mattress? Buy a Serta Perfect Sleeper.
Ooh, ah, only at Mattress Giant. Ooh, ah, only at Mattress Giant. Ooh, ah.
Infection-causing bacteria can live almost anywhere. That's why every cut
Ouch! Mommy!
needs Neosporin. At the microscopic level, Neosporin kills a broad spectrum of hundreds of bacterial strains, more than many other topical antibiotics. Also, adding Neosporin to a bandage helps cuts heal 4 days faster than a bandage alone. Help end the threat of infection. Heal cuts faster with Neosporin. And for painful cuts, try Neosporin Plus.
This portion of The Cape is sponsored by Campbell's Home Cooking, the taste you've been looking for.
Hey, looks like you're eating potato soup too.
Actually, it's potato with roasted garlic.
Roasted garlic? Looks better than mine.
Warm up to a new taste. Campbell's Home Cooking new potato with roasted garlic soup.
Are those chives?
Uh-huh.
Flavorful potatoes, select herbs and spices, blend to create a taste you only get from home cooking.
Like a taste?
Sure.
Honey, could you get me a bowl of home cooking for our neighbor?
Campbell's Home Cooking, the taste you've been looking for.
What's with young players these days? Take Kevin Garnett.
I was out of my league.
I gotta help this guy. He was shaving with a phone. My word. Hey, Ed's Shave Gel has 6 lubricants, so it protects better than a phone.
Nobody told me.
No. Front to back. Front to back.
Ed's Shave Gel. Save your skin.
I think it changed his life.
Yeah, like I told the officer at the scene, I didn't see anybody in the driveway. No, the message was recorded over. I have no idea who she is. Right, thanks.
Well, actually, the industrial space facility is...
Any thought on Japanese-American relations this morning?
I have one more orbital sim flight tomorrow, and I am done. I can't wait to hand this guy off.
Tom, Sam, what's this I hear about that subcommittee keeping you off my water skis this weekend? Do I need to have a talk with the speaker?
You okay? No, I got a woman chasing me.
Okay. Since when did that become a problem?
Your car cleaned up nicely.
I was gonna paint it anyway.
You're so funny, Jack. I love a man with a sense of humor.
Well, why don't you come on over here on the other side of the fence? I'll get real funny for you.
Calm down, Jack. The car was just to get your attention.
Well, you got it, baby. Now, what the hell do you want?
Don't call me baby. That's probably what you called her last night. But I've forgiven you for that, Jack. And I've decided to give us another chance.
Us? You sure you got the right guy, baby, huh?
I absolutely have the right guy, Jack. These things take time. But they're so worth it, you'll see. We're gonna be so happy together, Jack. I'll call you later.
Hey! Hey, Marlene! You picked the wrong guy to fall in love with. Trust me.
The FSU fundraiser we talked about, can you make it?
What?
Can you make it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, good. You have a radio interview Sunday morning. It's early, but not insanely so. I'm working on 2 print pieces. One's national. I'll know more about those by the end of the day. And don't forget about Krause's reception for Brevard County's Superintendent of Public Works.
You think it's really important that I go to that?
Well, it's up to you. Sam Blake will be there.
Do you know the last time I took a photograph of my family was 1989?
Maybe you can ask Ellen to take some new ones.
She says it's my fault that the old ones were so out of date.
Is it your fault?
I don't know. Probably.
There's the information there. Okay. So if you burn tangentially, you change your line of apsides. But if you burn radially, it changes your apogee. So as you can see, orbital mechanics is dependent upon...
If you have someone's phone number, how do you go about getting their address?
It's really not that complicated. You can probably find it on the internet.
Internet. School's out. Come on, let's go.
Reverse those.
Come on.
Flight Endeavor, we're now starting our descent.
Roger that, Endeavor. We see you on glide slope converging to center line.
Airspeed, 300 knots.
Check radar altimeter.
2,000 feet. Pre-flare next.
I'm in the pre-flare.
Arm gear.
Gear armed.
5 feet, 2 feet. Touchdown, 180 knots. Derotate.
Derotating now. Don't over-rotate. Watch your rotation. I got it, I got it.
A tire. Off the runway.
Flight Endeavor. Wheel stop.
Roger that, Endeavor. Just not where we want them.
Why didn't you reduce your rotation?
I was not familiar with that.
Pitch up rate.
I know that. I was not familiar with your term
It's
for it.
not my term, Colonel.
Got her.
Oh, that's just a mistake. You know, we get so bogged down. I really hope that we will. Mr. Superintendent of Public Works. Sam Blake. White Captain.
You know what? I had the same feeling. Yes.
Very popular.
Well, glad you could make it.
Oh, thanks, Harry.
Where's Ellen and the kids?
They're gonna try to make it by in a little while.
Good. Good.
No,
I'm not treating you from over here. I was wondering if you
Marlene!
For aches and pains, I take Tylenol. For fever, I take Tylenol. For headaches, I take Excedrin. Why do I do that? Because Excedrin relieves headaches better than Tylenol. How do I know? Was I convinced by all their clinical research? No, of course not. Of course not. I'm not convinced by charts and graphs. Are you? I'm convinced when my headaches go away.
Excedrin, the headache medicine, also available in gel tabs.
We'll grab something to eat, and I'll walk you home.
You realize if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna have to blow my brains out.
It's good, so as long as there's no pressure.
Yeah.
And who complains that we don't spend time together, huh?
Well, I changed my mind.
I see.
I don't even want to have a relationship with you.
Oh, that's very nice.
Mad About You, weeknights at 10 on UPN 33.
If you need a Visa credit card, we have a special offer just for you. We guarantee to give you a credit card with no security deposit required, regardless of your past credit history. Almost everyone will be approved for a Visa card, even if you've been turned down before. If you meet our minimum requirements, your approval is guaranteed. Our offer is for an unsecured credit card. This means that you're not required to send in a security deposit. Don't miss this limited offer to obtain a Visa card with no security deposit. Call our number now. An application will be sent to you immediately.
Hey, I'm Lamont Bentley from Moesha, reminding you that voting is paramount.
City Furniture has the lowest prices on brand name bedding. A Sealy Posturepedic Queen mattress and box spring is just $2.99. Or choose a Simmons Beauty Rest for $2.99. The choice is yours. Plus, you'll enjoy no payments for 1 full year, no finance charges, and no down payment with approved credit.
Florida Space Coast. One small step from Orlando, one giant leap from Toledo.
Bacteria that cause infection can live almost anywhere.
Ow!
That's why every cut needs Neosporin. At the microscopic level, Neosporin kills a broad spectrum of hundreds of bacterial strains, more than many other topical antibiotics. Also, adding Neosporin to a bandage helps cuts heal 4 days faster than a bandage alone. Help end the threat of infection. Heal cuts faster with Neosporin. And for painful cuts, try Maximum Strength Neosporin Plus.
Will Smith battles a whole new breed of aliens. Tom Brokaw, Peter Jennings, and those people on Channel 7. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Weeknights at 6:30 and 7:30 on UPN 33.
It was a huge idea. He'd be on time, and the pants would get dry. Sometimes he thought, I'm so smart, it's scary. Sir, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
This is your chocolate zone. Indulge it, because now there's sweet escapes. Real Hershey's chocolate with less fat. Sweet escapes. New from Hershey.
Yeah.
Do you still have that tie you keep balled up in the bottom drawer?
I might.
See if you can find a suit that goes with it.
Barbara! Barbara! Oh, Barbara.
Look, I got a situation. Colonel Ferricaro doesn't want to finish the last sim session. And it's gonna look bad when Bull finds out.
What are you asking for, Reggie?
You know. Okay, I'm asking for your help. Please.
What's up, Riles? How bad is it? You want to spend your whole life never having someone spot you? That's fine. Sure is gonna get heavy.
Beaumont.
His family owns a bar in Osaka. He broke his arm when he was 5 trying to fly off a roof. He's always wanted to be a pilot.
How'd you find that out?
I asked him about himself.
No. It's not illegal to have a sick shrine in your room. On the other hand, it is illegal to go into that room without the sick person's permission.
We could find out where she worked and try and talk to her.
Police say that she could file harassment charges on me.
I did the job assigned to me. Showed him around, familiarizing with our operations.
Worked out really nicely.
What do you think I should do?
I have an idea, but it's going to take some effort on your part.
Talk. Talk.
She called me, Jack.
Sylvia?
She said some horrible things, Jack. She said that if I ever saw you again,
What'd she say, Sylvia?
she said she'd kill me.
Where are you? I'm on my way.
No, no. I'm on my way back to Orlando.
I'll call you later.
You're a little early for the launch.
You know, even out on the pad, sitting on top of that bomb, at least things are predictable. You know what can go wrong, and you're prepared to deal with the procedure in the event that it does. But this is... it's out of the realm. What would you do, Zeke?
I think I'd have to go by the book. When a problem presents itself that doesn't require an immediate response, the proper course of action is to take the time to analyze the situation.
Time. Take the time. Where? She's invaded every aspect of my life.
Well, she hasn't actually shown up at work. Why?
Because she can't get in here. Can't get past the gate.
You gotta be cleared. Gotta have a badge.
Astronaut Beach House.
I bet it's not the first time you spent a night there, huh?
No, no, sir.
We can get on TV this morning, Jack.
We're back at the Visitor Center at Kennedy Space Center with astronaut Jack Riles, the cover subject of this month's Explore Florida. Jack, I know it's an unfair question, but if you had to pick a favorite part of the mission,
Light the candle.
when the solid rocket boosters ignite. Jack, as always, it's been a pleasure. Nice to see you.
Oh, and the pleasure's all mine.
So who's it from? Who's it from?
I don't know. I don't want to know. Riles.
Hey, Zeke. How is everything?
Just peachy.
Sure you don't need me to come over there and keep you company?
No. Well, I'm all for breaking down barriers.
Are you really, Jack? Are you really?
You sure you got the right guy, baby?
Absolutely.
Give it away, throw it away, I don't care. How you pretty ladies doing this morning? Could I get double prints on those? No, it's going just fine. I talked, he talked, and now we're going to get some sushi, and he's buying.
Debbie no atom.
Yeah, that's his favorite dish. I told him it'd be an honor to share it with him. Like that.
Good.
Hey, what is that anyway?
Raw shrimp heads. Told you it was going to take some effort on your part.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Just calling to see how you're doing.
Doing just fine. Thanks for your concern, Zeke. Good night.
Let's just put it behind us, Jack. I think that's the best thing.
Why don't you put the gun down?
You hurt me very badly with that girl.
You know, I don't know where you got the impression I was...
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. STS. How about all those looks you gave me at the drugstore? Don't tell me you didn't. You even said I was pretty.
Look, Marlene. I never meant that the way you took it.
Never meant it.
And hell, that's just something I say. It's something I do.
Something you do. Why? Why would you do something like that to somebody, Jack? Make them love you when you don't want them?
It isn't serious.
Well, it's serious to me. I just wanted you to love me, Jack. Please. Love me.
Marlene. I can't. But it's okay. I'll think of something. We'll think of something.
You can't trash a life like this without paying a consequence, Jack.
I said we'll think of something.
That's okay, Jack. I already have.
He'll have the proof sheet in a couple days.
Great, thanks. You never liked this place?
No.
I guess a walk on the beach is out of the question. Full moon.
Hope it works out for you, Bo.
I never thought I could sit back and take a break without a cigarette. It was my companion, but I guess not my friend. The reason I chose Nicorette gum and not the patch was that Nicorette kept me company. I could count on it to be there physically whenever I had cravings. Until finally, I didn't need it. And you know, I'm not bad company.
If you want to stop smoking, Nicorette gum can increase your chance of success by helping control your cravings. And now it's available without a prescription. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
This is a cough drop commercial. Do you see anybody coughing? New improved halls with advanced vapor action. More power to soothe.
We're the world's first agitator that cleans even big and tough loads with more care than any other washer. The new Maytag is a layup. With $100 in extra features at no extra cost, it's a slam dunk.
Here, honey, drink your orange juice. There you go.
Finally, in health news, the American Cancer Society reports that along with a healthy diet, drinking more Florida orange juice may actually reduce your risk of some cancers. Hey, how about that? Well, that's news up to the minute. Updates on the quarter hour. It's now 23 minutes past.
Whenever you buy Florida orange juice, we make a donation to the American Cancer Society.
This bag is so hard to close. No, Morgan, stay. No, Morgan, no, stay. Oh.
There's the hard way, or the hefty way. Hefty cinch sack bags. They take just one step, one hand to close and lift. The bag won't leak, and the string won't break. Hefty bags. You choose the hard way or the hefty way.
This portion of The Cape is sponsored by Chevrolet Trucks, the most dependable trucks on the road.
Chevy Blazer. The only sport utility vehicle with the driver control system. It's nice to know it's there.
How you and Brenda doing?
Oh, man, she's got no respect for time in the morning.
I warned you, didn't I?
She's like controlling my life.
Get used to it, man.
Yeah, well, while I'm getting used to her, I just missed breakfast.
Learn to anticipate.
What's this?
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars. Still low fat, still made with whole grain, still delicious strawberry taste.
Oh, that's all right, man.
Yeah, it's good. But now Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars have even more strawberry taste.
I tell you, she's got me tied up in knots.
I can see that.
Oh, Brenda, baby.
Come on, man. You're spoiling her.
Burnson stars in The Cape.
It's amazing.